it's supposed to change. One more time. There we go. Look at that. It's a roaring fire. Holy cow. Welcome in, everyone. First Robotics, welcome in. Laura and Jamie, welcome in. Debbie Bernfeld, welcome in. And AB, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Look at that. I got Stacy. I'm on the YouTubes this time because the camera switch is still not working with Streamlabs. So, Mr. Cruz Fever, welcome in. And yeah, so I tried rebooting it and I did some test streams this afternoon and it just was not working. Hi, Laura and Jamie. But yeah, look, there's Stacy. We have gone to the grocery store. It's a blustery day up on this hill today, so we're giving Florida marshmallows a second chance. Okay. Are you making the best marshmallows again? We have generic. We have the Jet Puffs marshmallow, and then we have Big and Fluffy marshmallows, the generic Publix blend down here. Hi, Keith. Welcome in.
This is the exact same kind that we got
before
last time.
But maybe you got a bad batch.
Maybe.
We're hoping. We're giving them a second shot. You know, we got a roaring fire here. Stacy is ready for some marshmallows. Yeah. And we're going to yeah, we're going to
What should I try first? Should I try the
let's try the generic
first?
The generic marshmallows first. But yeah, we thought that we would have a home fire today. We are going to be on Chris, the Dizney Baker show at 8 o'clock tonight. So that's why we went 15 minutes early, so we can wrap it up 15 minutes early if we go that long. And we're going to be over on his show with a bunch of other friends, and we're going to be talking. Chris wants to talk about Splash Mountain, and it's like everybody wants to talk about, which we're going to be talking about tonight too, our experience on Splash Mountain and other things. But tonight, wow, that was our unit kicked in. It's about 76 degrees here, so it's not cold.
No.
Well, cold for this lady. Diane, welcome in. Diane Bush, s'mores. We do not have chocolate and graham crackers for s'mores.
Yeah,
we're kind of trying to.
First, we're checking to see if the marshmallows are good.
Trying to be good with our diets. So we're trying to. I mean, marshmallows are not great for diet. But we got to give them a second shot. Plus, we wanted to have. You have to have marshmallows when you have a fire, right? Yeah.
The wind is making me.
But how is everyone doing tonight? Where you're all checking in from, and how cold is it where you guys are at?
So I know Massachusetts is supposed to be getting a pretty good storm tonight.
You guys can hear me, right? Because the thing with the. I know that the Streamlabs, you had to unmute it a couple times for it to work. So I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Stacey wants me on this side because the flame is blowing over to that side.
The fire is just all over the place. It's not even catching.
Doing great. Massachusetts, 32 degrees. Aww. I hear you just fine, Charlie. Thank you, Debbie. Appreciate it. But yeah, we're up on our little hill. This is the academy behind our house, and our neighbors, they have a fence, and then we have our other fence down here. And then way down there is the neighborhood. This is the hood, yo. There's our grill. The cover blew off today. I had to put it back on. And a giant black spider jumped out
Are you
of
kidding?
the
Did you kill it? Or
cover.
was it in the backyard?
It's in the backyard, climbing up your leg right now. Craig's Robotics, welcome in. Cherie, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. And you again, Charlie, for making me blue. I am very honored. Oh, thank you, Debbie, for being so awesome. 67 in South Carolina and raining. Oh, that's too bad.
It's supposed to rain tonight.
Sometime next week, the highs will be as
today.
low as the low single digits. Wow. South Florida, Debbie, 78 degrees down there. Oh.
Alright,
The Dizney Baker, yes. Chris will be on Chris's show tonight at 8 o'clock. Our friends Derek and Gregory will also be live streaming tonight at 8 o'clock. So make sure you go check them out. Tell them it's a herd attack. And yeah, so we wanted to talk about our experience. I know we put out the video there. We went live on Sunday. As you all know, Splash Mountain closed. His last day was Sunday. Boo, boo. And we're very sad, but we think they made a mistake. You guys, if you guys saw any of the thousands of videos out there and live streams, you guys saw how crowded it was. And
like not to get political or whatever you want to call it. The way I looked at Splash Mountain was not the movie. I understand the movie, it's got slaves and stuff like that, but that's what happened in the real world at the time.
yeah,
You shouldn't be trying to erase that because that gives everybody a lesson. But the ride wasn't based off of that. It was based off of stories that were told of these animal characters. It had nothing to do with
Uncle Remus's stories, yeah, tales.
but
of
it was a
Uncle Remus,
person's stories, no matter who it was,
yeah,
how old they were, what color, like any of that.
yeah, I know.
It was based on animals, and that was the ride was. That's what the ride was on those stories of these characters that kids were told.
RVing to Disney. Welcome in, Jackie.
So
Yeah, so
I
we're
feel that people put more into it than what it really was. I mean, and the people that showed up with the outpouring and
the last day it was super crowded. There was 200-minute waits, 220-minute waits. You know, some people were riding them and it wasn't that long as they were stating, but sometimes I think it was, especially depending on what the lightning lane was. But anyways, I'm glad you added that, but let's move on to what the day was like, because we understand that it was a controversial decision,
yeah.
but again, I can't see how any upper management in Disney could see the crowds that were there on Sunday and say that they made the right choice.
It was amazing to see all the people.
I mean, it was,
actually people crying.
there was a huge sadness, you know, all day. There was a huge sadness among the crowds, but the crowds were giving it the send-off it deserved. It. They loved it. They were singing in the queues. They were singing Zippity Doo Dah. They were singing all these different songs from the ride, you know, and it was an electric atmosphere, I want to say, especially as the day went on.
Oh yeah.
As the day went on, those closing hours, it was,
You could actually feel the energy.
yeah, it was, like Walt said, like our buddy Walt said, it was palpable, the atmosphere around there. We were lucky to ride it. We rode it 3 times that day. The last time was the best time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we were lucky to ride the last 2 times that we rode it. With Chris, the Disney Baker, he was doing a live stream, as you all know, that whole day. He was there from open to close. He had a little technical issue, so if you're looking for his videos, there'll be a part 1 and a part 2. But he did a great job. He was on all day, and right there says a lot about his dedication to that live stream.
Oh
He did a
yeah.
great job. We were happy that we were in the park. We were able to get him a water, and we were able to. I was able to give him a bathroom break and stuff.
Yeah.
So, it was. He's a great guy. You guys ever get to know Chris? He is such an outgoing, engaging, friendly guy.
Yes.
So you gotta, if you ever had a chance to meet him, go right up to him and meet him because
Oh
he's
yeah.
definitely a welcoming. I mean, you can go up and talk to him. He will talk to you, no problem whatsoever.
Yeah. He was so engaging with people in the line.
A part of our memories are leaving with Splash, but I do believe everyone is going to enjoy the new theme. I hope so. I hope it's as good. I'm not going to shoot it down or whatever. It's just, it is what it is now. Splash Mountain is gone, so I'm not going to, take it out on Tiana.
Fires.
But so you already tried one marshmallow. What's the verdict on the
So
first marshmallow? Was it
it's hard
gross
to say.
again?
No, the generic one melted like a marshmallow was supposed to.
Oh,
Because it's so windy and the fire is not staying in one place, I can't cook the marshmallow good enough.
you want me to take
Worth
the
the
cap
time.
off it?
No, it's because the fire is going all over the place.
It
I think you're
is.
risking.
It is blustery up here a little. You
And
guys can see the fires a little bit switching from
so
which
I'm
side,
not
and the smoke is shifting.
catching it on
So,
fire to make the fire
Ray Aguilar, welcome in.
the marshmallow taste that I like. But so far,
Ray
the
agrees
generic
with you.
ones are good.
Yeah. Hope everyone is feeling better, Laura. Yes. Hope everyone up there is feeling better, Laura. Let me just say. All right. So let me just trying to catch up with chat. Sorry. Tiki Man, welcome in. Tiki Man fan. And welcome all for being here.
So you're able to peel the layers back where the other ones didn't. But it's not cooking well because the fire isn't staying in one spot.
Yes.
And then it gets melted so much where it's about to fall off. So you gotta
Tina, welcome in. That's the only attitude we can take going forward, right? We're trying to keep positive, So yeah, so our day there was awesome. We went live for like a couple hours around 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
We were trying to go in the afternoon. We know our friends were going live in the morning.
Yeah.
And Walt and Melissa are like our closest friends down here. And so we knew they were going live in the morning. We didn't want to go at the same time. We didn't want to go
No.
late at night. We know Chris was going late, so we went in the afternoon.
Well, we knew he was going all day.
We knew he was going all day, but he didn't care. He was telling us, we can go live, whatever. And it was it was friendly and stuff. It was like we just wanted to go in the afternoon. So we went a couple of hours in the afternoon. It was a fun time. We went on. I had my splash mountain towel as my cape, and it was a fun time. We met, Adam the Woo and Justin Scard in line. It was really cool. They're super nice guys, and they'll sit and talk with you. And we took a picture, and
Yeah, we met Adam before.
we met Adam, numerous times now. Yeah.
Some of the holidays, but
Yeah.
the first time meeting Justin.
You
That
had
was
a
cool.
great live stream of Splash Mountain. Thank you. That's nice of you. I'm sure they'd be fine with anything. 21 days, Charlie. Sir, Cherie's coming down in 21
Yeah,
days.
it's on my calendar.
I don't even know who Tiana is, but I love New Orleans. Yeah, Tiana's that Princess and the Frog princess in Princess and the Frog. I like the parts of that movie. I like Facilier was cool.
Yeah, I like him, but I don't know
I mean,
if he's gonna be in the
great
ride.
voice, some good songs. I just hope they do the. I'm hearing that the objective of the ride is to find an ingredient for a special dish that Tiana's trying to make for a party, something like that. And I hope it's not. I hope it's not like that. I hope it's more.
That sounds
I hope it's more
exciting.
important than just getting an ingredient for a recipe.
And
But
then
wait, we'll give it a shot. You got it.
that's it. Then it's gonna be mostly humans in the ride. And what are they gonna do? Are they doing screens?
No, they'll be alligator. They'll be alligator. You're making really bad assumptions here. It's gonna be all New Orleans critters. It's gonna be Disney. There's gonna be alligators
They're gonna
and
help her find
critters
the
and stuff,
ingredient
swamp
for her
critters.
cake or whatever.
They're in the what is it? Not the lagoon. They're in the bayou. Bayou critters. It's gonna be practically the same critters as.
You put in cake.
We'll have turtles and I don't know.
Turtles for turtles.
They might even change their mind. Maybe that was all total lie or misleading thing. You shouldn't use that as a gating factor for streaming. Just go for it when you are able. We all tune into both channels. Thank you, Teekman. Yeah, I know. It's our. I know. Everyone goes live when they want to go live, and pretty much everyone is good with it down here. I mean, I have no problems. I know a few people that had problems, but too bad. And we're just doing our thing, just trying to be good people and taking care, just doing our stream, just minding our own business, taking our stream. But yeah, well, that's that. I'm not going to get into that anymore. But we will go live whenever we want to go live. It's just we have special friends here that we would rather hang out with than go live with. And, it's no slight against the others. It's just, it is what it is. And there's 50 trillion people going live all the time. So, I mean, if they're going to take it personally, then they can't just pick and choose to take it personally against a few people and not others, So, whatever. More stuffed animals to buy, yeah. Hey, my friends, I'm here. Just cooking dinner. Cargo is here. Woohoo! I wouldn't worry about it. It's 10 feet away. I wouldn't worry about it. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you. I'm geeking out with Mally Mal. Hi, welcome in. And so anyways, it was an electric day. We brought our towel. We brought 6 of Avery's Splash Mountain friends. Yeah. We had the mini stuffies. We had Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, Brer Bear, Brer Frog, and then the 2 vultures. And I'm going to fast forward to the last ride because that's the part we want to really talk about because that was awesome. We were hanging out with Chris, the Dizney Baker, and we rode, and we at the end we wanted to be one of the last riders just to make it special. One of the last riders on to ride the ride. We didn't have to be the last rider. We didn't have to be that special. We just wanted to be one of the last ones to go on it. So we were hanging out inside the queue for I think it was 3 or 4 hours. You guys can watch Chris's stream to find out exactly if I'm off a little bit. Don't hang me for it.
But we hung,
we hung around with Chris, yeah, and it was fun. We were doing it.
Have his breaks if he needed them.
Yeah.
And we were seeing the people come in and just the atmosphere.
The atmosphere and.
It felt like 4 hours, truthfully.
There are people that were Disney bounding as characters, and it was really fun. It was an electric buzzing night. It was again you could feel the electricity in the air.
We didn't know when they were gonna shut the ride because it was 200 minutes. So we're like, well, if the park closes at 11. Are they going to rope off the ride at, say, 9-ish or 10-ish? Because if you rope it off at 11, you have 200 minutes of people that have to still go through that queue line. So we were like, okay.
Yeah, we were told. So, Chris has some connections, He makes magic he makes Disney magic. And he's very outgoing. He's very good at starting conversations with people. So he had talked to the numerous cast members, and even though some of them didn't seem like they knew exactly what was going to happen, but the ones that did, they said, it's going to be, the queue's going to be open till 11 o'clock, and then they were going to rope it off, and everyone outside the queue was going to be cut off and not let to ride. Right. And again, this is a super, super special event, so they're going to make adjustments to their usual plan. So there was also a notion out there that they might close it off. If it was a 2-hour wait, they might close the line off 2 hours or an hour early, because the thought is if they close at 11 and there's like a 2 or 3 hour wait, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna keep the cast members there till 2 in the morning.
Right.
You know, so that's why we're also worried that they might close off the line because we're considering going through the line and riding it and then coming back and getting the line, doing it again, but we didn't want to be locked out that second time. So we were just hanging out and having fun.
Inside the queue line. So if they roped it off, no matter what,
we were inside, right? So and
there's a bunch of people that were outside of
yeah,
the queue line.
we were the only three. We were only three inside the queue line, just hanging out there. And we were talking to the cast members. Everyone was fine with us hanging out there.
Yeah.
No one was telling us, "Hey, move along. You can't be here." Blah blah blah.
Right.
So we were just having fun, checking it out. You know, our friends were going by, time and time again, getting the ride. But you know, we were trying to play it safe.
We had already ridden the ride a couple times prior too. It's not like we didn't.
Eric Newman, welcome in. So I got to say the hi people because they're moving. I'm falling so far behind the chat. She's distracting me.
Well, catch up on the chat.
All right. If I missed anybody coming in, thank you for joining us. Brian's West Coast Adventure, welcome in.
Off to the side in the queue, so we weren't bothering anybody.
Yeah, so we were off to the side.
We weren't in the way. The cast members saw us. They knew we were there. We actually told them what we were doing, so they knew.
Jeanette, welcome in. All right, yeah. So anyway, so we were hanging out, enjoying the atmosphere, just chilling out. You know, and the fireworks were started. Fireworks came at one point. We watched the fireworks. We had some good pictures of. We were right next to the Brer Bear, Brer Fox, and Brer Rabbit statue on the lower level, and we were able to get some really good pics with the fireworks right behind them. And they're on our Instagram if you want to see them, I think. And it was great. It was so pretty, and it was, again, people were they were sad, and they were, you know, some of them were tearing up, and some, you know, a lot of people knew the weight of the moment. They knew that, you know, this is the last night that Splash Mountain was going to be, you know, there in Magic Kingdom in Florida. So it was weighing on people, but they were also making the best of it too. There were songs, there was, you know. So anyways, let's fast forward. 11 o'clock came, or actually 20 of 11. Everyone started coming inside the queue and started surrounding the whole area inside the queue. They all had the same idea that we had.
All the upper management.
They all had the same idea that we had. And but we've been spending there 3.5, 4 hours already. You know, I think we were there for before the fireworks even started, and we were there. I want to say around 7:30, but I might be off. But a lot of people started gathering outside the queue, and then like 20 minutes in, they started gathering inside the queue, and then it started getting busier and busier and busier. Starting to block off the entrance, yeah. So you can see the tensions were definitely rising in regards to the whole situation. It wasn't nasty or anything, but you can definitely see everyone had the same idea, and you knew at some point the cast members were going to have to start shoving people through, or you're not shoving people through, but forcing them to go in the queue. You know, but we were there. We were sitting in a nice little corner next to the cast members or whatnot. There was like a row of three or four deep rows of guests between us and the actual moving queue line. So we positioned ourselves pretty well, I think, for what we wanted to do. Because in the end, it came down to, you know, the line was way back in front of the ride. This was they had closed down the lightning lane around 11 o'clock, and so everything was just standard, right? It was a standard line.
Yep.
And they
sold out the lightning lane.
Yeah, and then they so then they were just funneling in the standard line.
Everyone just knows the standard line.
Now, at some point, like I said, the cast members had to start telling the people that were standing around, you gotta get moving, you gotta get in the queue, you gotta get in the queue. And no one wanted to move first. They weren't moving, so you saw they had a couple security guards, the not upper manager, the upper, not the regular cast member queue people, but the next level managers were there starting. And there was some questions. Chris had some legitimate questions for the cast members saying, hey, we've been sitting here for 3.5 hours. No one said anything that we weren't going to be able to sit here in the queue and do what we were doing. Why has the rule changed now, type of thing? And it was a legitimate question.
Right.
Why didn't they say, guys aren't going to be able to stand here all night and something like that?
Right.
And the thing is, they weren't saying that because we were the only ones there. We were pretty much the only ones there for the first 2 hours at least. There were some people outside the queue that were standing around, and you knew what the idea that they had, but they were outside the queue. We were in the safe zone, as we called it, so
And we were tucked out of the way.
we were tucked out of the way.
So we had all these
We were
other
not in
people
anybody's
that
way.
were in the way,
Yeah.
and then, yeah.
And so eventually they got everyone moving.
Yeah.
And when it came to the end of the line, when they were getting everyone moving, security was, basically
Yes.
confronting one, guest one at a time, saying, okay, we got to move, you got to get in the queue, or you're not going to be able to ride this ride.
Right, that's what it was.
And then everyone started finally moving, okay, begrudgingly moving.
I mean,
And,
we couldn't move because
we had a bunch of
Let's
people.
see,
We were lucky the position that we picked was right in the corner, right next behind the umbrella, and we were the last ones that they could move.
Right.
So it came down to it where when we had to finally move, we counted them.
Yeah.
There were 8 regular guests behind us.
Yeah.
There was 8.
There was
We
us.
were 9 and 10 and 11, me, you, and Chris.
And there was, with them, was an upper management.
Upper management, 2
person
security guards,
and
and the
security.
regular cast members.
Yeah.
And they walked right behind us like ushers, walking us through. There was no one behind them. We were the rest of the general crowd.
General crowd.
So I'm not talking about cast members that were able to ride later. I know we never said that we were the last people to ride ever.
Of course.
There's cast members, there's VIPs, and then the next day they had, higher ups there or whatever.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. But we were definitely, we were fun. It was fun. It was a fun moment because we counted behind us. We're like, there's only 8 people. We counted them numerous times. There's only 8 regular guests behind us, which is equal to 1 boat.
Right.
So that's why I said, wow, we're in the second to the last boat ever to ride this, of regular guests.
Yeah.
So we were psyched. We had stayed there for 3.5 hours, 4 hours, paid our dues. We were very happy with the position that we ended in. And I think anybody else in their right mind would have been happy the same way.
Oh my God. It was
Right?
so amazing. Just knowing that you can see as you're walking, there's nobody in the queue behind us because we're the last one.
It was so surreal. We were walking through that queue, right? And we were the last little group of people to be walking through that queue, and it was empty behind us.
Yeah, because
It was like we
It
were,
was just us and 8 other people.
there was, yeah. And it was just so, it was kind of freaky. And it was just,
It was sad.
again, it was very, very sad,
It was sad.
and later when we went outside the queue and went past it, when those doors were closed for the barn,
Doors.
that was a profound sadness.
Oh my God, it was horrible. I could probably start crying if I wanted to.
It was like, I can compare it to, if, well, maybe this is the wrong thing to compare it to, but, when you go to a funeral and they put the casket in the ground, it was like a profound sadness, and you felt like Splash Mountain was done,
Yeah.
and that's what I can compare it to. Forgive me if someone takes that personally, whatever, but
We actually
I'm saying that's what I can compare it to,
There's a guest that actually dressed up in a tuxedo, had a rose, and he was riding the ride for Splash Mountain's funeral.
Sophie, everyone says hi, Sophie.
Well,
You're eating my chips.
you're not your chip. Melissa's
I
still
know.
checking on
My mom likes
But
to
yeah,
take
it
me on my
was a super exciting
It
and
was-
sad night, right?
It was really weird because it's like you knew it's closing.
So what time is it? We got to make sure we're on. We got to make sure we're.
7:14.
Oh, we got time. Good, cool.
They
So
all started like an hour.
It was like excited. We were very excited, but it was sad. But it was just. I don't
it
know
was
if
good to see
everybody
friends there. It was good to
processed it.
see their excitement too. Like this our dream. They went by the Philly crew. They went by a couple times. You
Yeah,
know, they
the
were having
whole
fun
show,
riding it. Yeah,
spot, yeah.
and they were having fun. You know, they had Brer Rabbit. They had Brer Fox as well.
Yeah, a lot of people brought their either had their shirts
A lot
or
of
they brought their stuffies.
People brought stuffed animals.
Awesome. It was awesome.
It was great. Yeah, we had our. So we had 6 of Avery's stuffed animals.
Yeah.
So when we finally, you know, we went through the queue or whatnot, we were right almost to the where you get on the ride. You know, we looked down from that level above through those little peephole type things, and we were watching. We were able to see Adam the Woo and Justin get out of their cars, and it was cool. It was.
They get out and they kind of turn around and like.
They're-
probably like, oh my God,
They're
this
making
is
that
our
snapshot
last
in their
time.
head because they
Yeah.
knew it was their last time. They were
Yeah.
taking that mental picture.
Yeah, you could see it.
You could
see
you could
a lot of
easily
people
see
were
it.
doing it. Like,
Yes.
everyone was like turning up, and there was some that were staying. They didn't want to leave.
I know.
Like it's like
It was so
I
sad.
can't leave because then it's it. You know, it was, and it's a ride. It's a ride, and it's like.
Yeah,
but
but
we
it's been
love
there.
that.
Is that
We-
Dreamer Deborah came in? I missed her. Sorry, Dreamer Deborah, welcome in. Sorry we missed you.
But Avery, when he was little,
Michelle, welcome in.
loved that ride.
Yes.
So when
You guys must have seen Avery's room. If you haven't, we have old videos of Avery's old room where you made a bunch of drawings.
So
of the,
we have a Walt Disney World Splash Mountain big poster, and then we have the Disneyland Splash Mountain poster, and then I had drawn stuff for him, and then because with him being special needs, they usually only like limited things. At that time, it was all Splash Mountain characters.
all Splash Mountain.
That was it.
All Splash Mountain characters and the stories.
In the story.
Splash
So
Mountain.
We
so
ordered-
So I have books. Like,
We have tons of the Brer Rabbit books, the
of their stories.
Uncle Remus books.
I
And
got
we used to
stuff
read him the
in-
stories every night. He would
Yeah,
always request
And it
them.
was only the character stories.
Yep.
Was
Yeah.
because that was what Splash Mountain was about. Was just those animal characters. And then I got him pins. So I ordered on eBay pins when he was little. So we got like 10 or 12 different pins.
Yeah.
You know that it's in the shape of a state and
Yeah.
it's the character on it.
Yeah.
Um,
And you drew the drawings.
got
Welcome in, Walt and
action
Melissa. Thanks for
figures.
joining us.
We got action figures. In these recent years, we have 2 different sets of Funko Pops. One of them within the boat, and then one of them each individual. So we have a lot of merch that we got. Well, how old is he? He's 21. and
Over the
he had
years,
life
but some of the
at,
stuff that wasn't
7
in the
years
stores
old.
over the years, there were older stuff that we had to
You're
get
talking
online.
Like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
I got all this stuff,
Yeah.
because that's what he liked.
Say hi to Walt and Melissa. And Dreamer Deborah liked how we brought the stuffies on. Yeah, so we brought 6 stuffies. We had, I let Chris the Disney Baker, his favorite characters on Splash Mountain were the vultures. And I was like, when we were talking about that, like just during the thing, and I was like, oh my gosh, because we had them in my backpack.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
know we had them.
oh my gosh. So I took out the 2 vultures and I was like, here you go, Chris. And I was like, look at these puppies. And he was like, he was so happy. He was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yep, these are Avies. And I was like, you can tell all Avery stuffies were loved
Loved.
because they're pilled and they're worn and they were played
They were
with.
brand- they were
Yeah, so
brand new.
so
That's what he loved.
ultimately we let Chris was carrying the 2 vultures during the final ride.
We're just telling
I
you, if we
had-
lose 'em, Avery will just die.
Yes, I said, don't lose them, don't jump them in, don't drop them in the water.
Drop
Avery
the
will have a heart
stuff,
attack.
drop the stuff.
So he was holding the two vultures during the whole stream. I was holding Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, Brer Bear, and Brer Frog.
Yeah.
And as we were going through it, I was going to the camera. You guys watched our video. I was saying, "Oh, that's us, that's us." I was doing as the stuff. It was such a fun time.
Outside, you had them when we were up top.
Yeah, but we had to.
Waving them.
We had two people behind us in our car that were very vocal as well, and you could tell they loved Splash Mountain, and so every drop, we were so into it. We were loud, like yeah, it was like down Slipping Falls and down all the other different falls, and it was just an awesome ride. It was a very lively ride. They were very into it.
Splash Mountain ride.
Yes, and we were, and then, all the drops were so colorful and everything. It was so fun, and we went up the final hill there, and all of a sudden it stopped.
Everything just stopped.
It stopped. We were like, oh my god! And I was thinking, are we getting walk off the last time we're on? Are we gonna get a walk off? And but then it started back up. But as soon as it stopped the first time, the guy in the back, what did he say?
I don't know.
You said something like, "Oh my word," or something like that. And you were like,
Serious? Or something? I don't know.
and you started laughing
I started dying
hysterically
because
because it was funny.
It was so funny, whatever he said.
Because we were like, "Oh my gosh," because we knew it could be a walk off, and
it was like, oh my god, the ride just broke down. Like, you know what I mean?
yeah, that was the last time we're going up the hill.
Everything stopped.
And but it started back up, and we almost reached the top, and it stopped again. It happened again.
I was like, are they tricking us?
So those are two
I was
funny
like,
little
pressing
moments,
the
you know.
button,
What would the last ride of Splash Mountain be without it breaking down a little bit, right? So that was funny.
I wonder if they were doing something.
But then, okay, so then I made sure that his stuffies could be seen in the picture
Yeah. Oh,
for the
you did.
picture going down the hill.
Yeah.
They were all on the railing
Yeah.
bar thing, so you could see them in the picture, and they came out great.
I know.
So we went down the hill, and at the bottom of the hill, everyone had been gathering around that bridge.
Oh my god.
And
Whole area.
every time the boat came down, right? And we didn't know this, but they were doing it. We didn't know it till later. We saw other people's videos, but we came down there, and people were hooting and hollering. They were screaming, going nuts, and
Like, oh my god.
it was
like so amazing.
a crazy
It made it
experience.
so special.
It was like, holy cow! It's like
I'm glad we didn't know they were doing that.
we had no clue.
We had no idea, so we were shocked.
We were
didn't
totally
even know if
shocked.
they were doing it
And
to
we're
other
like,
boats.
wow! And so I was like raising up the animals, like showing them the crowd and stuff like that.
They were screaming.
And they were screaming. We saw Jeff and Angela. They were in the crowd. Jeff has this red shirt on, so it was easy to spot in the
Yeah.
crowd. He's
That's
like
how Angela
10 feet tall,
looked
so he's easy to pick out. And Ron and Meredith and stuff. So they were cheering all the cars coming down
Yeah.
that night too. It was a fun experience. And then as you turn back towards Splash Mountain, over the bridge, there was more people up there screaming.
Yeah. We went under them. Yeah.
And that
Oh
was.
my god.
And then, we had the that was the last splash. You were getting wet by
Oh my
the
God,
waterfall
the
at the
little-
end.
The little waterfall where it spits.
Yeah.
My whole side got soaked. I think they had it extra power because it was coming out. Like
Yeah,
it
you were
was-
getting soaked, dude. You were
it
getting
was coming
splashed.
out, like it was coming sideways towards. Where normally it's not that far out. I couldn't get over it.
But yeah, and then on the other side across from that, there was a little door, and someone had thrown a carrot. So we were funny. We were saying, it was the last carrot. It was the last, to go with the last splash.
The
It was
hidden
just,
door,
it was funny.
right? It's
Yeah.
called the hidden door.
Hey, GC Magic TV, Amy, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. And if I missed anybody, I apologize. But thank you for joining us tonight. We're talking about our last ride on Magic Kingdom Splash Mountain.
And then when we stopped pulling in, and everyone's asking for one more ride.
Yeah, the crowd started chanting, "One more ride, one more ride." It was that would have been
It was
awesome if
like
they let us go again. That
Three
would have been
boats
awesome.
ahead of us. So
Yeah.
there was people ahead of us when we were kind of coming around, because there's the 3 stations, I believe, and they were all stopped and everyone was chanting. And then the first boat, people got out. We're like, oh, okay. No
Yeah,
more.
Cargo said she'd never seen the Bear Frog plushie until we showed it.
Oh,
Yeah, that was. I love Bear Frog. He's
I
you know.
did eBay,
Yeah, you were trying to get that.
eBay. I was trying to get all the characters.
It was an electric time. Then, so when we finally had to get out of the boat, and again, they had other things going on behind the scenes. I know they had VIPs elsewhere. They had cast members that were going to ride it after us, but walking through that queue with the last.
And when we keep turning around and there's nobody.
With me, you, and Chris, there was only 8 other regular guests behind us.
Yeah.
So we were the final 11 going through that queue.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we were separated. There was like the people in front of us had gone way far ahead.
Yeah.
And because they were keeping us, like,
I think the person behind me was a planned cast member, because the guy with the things, the upper management with the solid color, the name tag,
Yeah.
he was talking to him, and he'd be like, "Okay, now don't forget when it comes like to the split, hang back," So it was like,
really.
I think the rest of them, they could have been guests.
Yeah.
But the way that they were handled,
I didn't notice that.
yeah, the way they were handled was different than us. They were treating us like regular guests. People behind, I don't know if they were VIPs or if they were like, because even Chris says that they will be staged cast members that you don't know that they're cast members.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's what they were, because of how they hung back. It was different. It wasn't like they were behind us.
Cynthia's here.
They're talking and everything.
Say hi.
They were handled differently. Hey, Cynthia.
Hi, Cynthia. I know I keep cutting you off. I apologize.
So I don't know. So I'm assuming there were regular guests, even though there's something telling me that it could have been like.
Well, anyways, even let's count them as regular guests. There was 8 of them behind us.
Yeah.
And we had it on, your stream, and Chris was looking behind us because we counted them out. We were like, we couldn't believe it. We were like, there's only 8 people, and behind them, blank, dead queue.
Yeah. So
And I know that they had that other person that was a VIP. They singled them out to be, I think, the official last riders or whatever, and then they had cast members after us. I understand that,
Yeah.
but going through the general queue, we were in the last 11
And when
with
we
Chris.
got to look at our photo, I don't know if we missed it or whatever, because we weren't seeing our photo, and then all
They
of a
weren't,
sudden,
yeah.
all of the pictures,
All the screens.
had no one on it. They were all empty.
All
cars.
empty
I was
cars,
like,
and that was
oh my
another
God.
profound moment of
So I was like, I took my thing,
of
and I
shock
just
and
couldn't believe
sadness.
it.
It was a heavy realization, saying, you're looking at all the screens, and all the cars were blank. It was
almost like a zombie apocalypse or something.
It was
Like,
very, very
full on-
sad. I know. It was a shocking
full on.
moment.
It was.
Many shocking moments. Many sad, very sad moments. But yeah. So after that, we tried to get our pictures at the regular store at the Splash Mountain thing, but it was too packed.
It was the people
So they-
ahead of us.
so they
Because
gathered
everyone-
us,
Yeah,
yeah.
everyone wanted a photo.
Yeah.
Where normally people just keep walking. Everybody wanted a photo, so they backlogged.
So then the cast members took our boat,
Our boat.
and the people behind us,
Yep.
and they're saying we're going to go down to the place on Main Street next to
Pretty much
Tony's.
Our boat.
Yeah.
Is what was.
And they
there.
marched us
Which I
down
thought
to
was
there.
interesting, too, because the people behind didn't go.
Well, they were taking pictures. And I think they were taking in the moment, and they didn't want pictures probably
I don't know. That's why I think there's something about them that I think.
because they were supposed to keep up with us.
I
But
think they were special.
okay,
I don't know.
maybe
But-
okay.
But the people that were on our boat. And
Can we
I
say
think
hi to
the
Jackie?
boat- Hey,
Harvey?
Jackie.
Can't remember,
we said
sorry.
hi to- in the boat ahead of us, we got escorted to what is that called? What's that place called? It's not City Hall.
It's right next to Tony's. It's on the other side of the place where you get your picture taken with Magic Mickey and stuff, or used to be.
Yeah.
It's a little
You
store
walk
with all
into
the
thing and it's on the
cameras and stuff.
right.
Yeah, so
It's
they-
a building on the
so
right.
they announced to us that our pictures were free.
Our pictures are free because we were like the last ones to ride.
We were there, and I think because they had to move us all the way down across the
For
park.
inconvenience,
But it was
announced
it was an interesting walk through the park. It was empty.
It was totally empty. I mean, you had the people that were still around because
That were
we heard
guiding
them
us.
cheering because they had cast members were coming down and stuff. So people stayed, but the places that they took us, there wasn't people. Like was like already. We had the guy. We had the special vest person behind us to make sure that we
Yeah.
all stayed because that whole area was clear. Up to
Well,
that
Melissa
point.
said they can't believe we didn't see us the whole night. They saw everybody but us. Come on.
No.
Come on,
I
guys.
tried to get Melissa to come.
Man,
over.
I know. That last moment would have been awesome if
She could stay with us the whole night.
Walt and Melissa were with us. Oh man,
Yeah.
that would have made that
That would have been
10 times better.
Yeah.
But
It was. I gotta say, it was really weird because like Justin Scard and Alan Wu, us YouTubers are like, oh, because they're big YouTubers, they're very well known, so they're like celebrity YouTubers in a way, right? And
Yeah.
when we were in line, the two of them were standing there and they were videoing us because we were the last boats.
we were the last boats.
And it
Yeah.
was weird seeing
Not the last
them
boat. There's an
videoing
S on
us.
there. Last boats.
I was like, oh my god, they're videoing. So like we're on their vlogs when
I
they're
know.
showing the boats, the people on the last boats.
Yeah.
It was just weird, and I was just looking at them going, oh my god, that's weird. Like like I don't know. I just thought that
Well,
was kind of surreal.
Well, Adam and Justin had the same idea because they came back at quarter of 11, and they were trying to hang out, but they didn't want to cause any trouble. They are big channels; they don't want to have any trouble whatsoever.
Yeah.
But they knew that they walked by. They knew what we were trying to do,
Yeah.
and I know that they acknowledged it. I think they fist bumped us, and they knew, and they were having the conversation.
Or something like that.
They were having the conversation, and they were like, but they didn't want to press it because they're big channels. They don't want to risk.
Yeah.
That's their livelihood. So I understand that.
Yeah.
So it was a fun night on many different levels. What time is it? We have to make sure. So it's at 8:00. We're going to be over on the Disney Baker's channel with other guests. I think Pete's going to be there. Some others. Just check out.
The Mickey Bunch, I think you said.
Yeah, some others. So check out that thumbnail that Chris made. His show starts at 8, and we're gonna have other guests there. So hop over there at 8:00. Yeah, I can't remember stuff nowadays.
So it was
It was fun.
It was like the whole ride experience. And
Town Square Theater, Cargo's saying it is. Yeah, I think that's
leading
it.
up to it. But then we walked through the park and there was nobody there. So it made it even
It was very pretty.
It made it even more like crazy.
Yeah, and we were the second. Well, okay, so we're gonna call it the second last boat because there was 8 people behind us. They all fit in one boat.
Right.
If they took one boat, maybe they each took an individual boat. So maybe there was 8 boats behind us.
Right.
We don't know. We don't care. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
There was 8 people behind us. Our boat went off after midnight. It was like 12:10,
Yep.
and
The following
so
day.
we rode it on the Monday morning.
Yeah.
Chris pointed that out.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, you're right. It's past midnight. Because he was like, we're one of the few boats to ride this on the Monday, not even on the Sunday, on the Monday." And I was like, "Oh," so I got a little goosebumps. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'm
I
glad.
had no idea.
Chris made it such a fun night too.
Oh,
He was
yeah,
such
he
a
was
fun guy to hang out with him.
Yeah.
You guys gotta check out Chris's channel. You guys can put the link to the Disney Baker. This afternoon he was 4 away from 800. If you guys want to post that link, he's gonna be like 5,000 in a month. He's such an outgoing, friendly guy.
In the next couple of months, he's gonna be way up there.
Hi
Just
Cynthia,
because
hi
of
Amy,
how
hi
he is.
Charlie.
He's so
Sai's in here. Sai's up late.
Hey, Si.
Hi Sai. Thanks. We got part 3 of your Harry Potter. Go check out Sai. She has a channel that has new content and
He does a very
cool.
good job.
He's been on his radio in a while, but and his dad both have been active in the Ham Radio Club, Myrtle Beach, right? Huh? My dear sweet friend, Sai, Debbie. Yep. Hey, Chris is in here. Hi, Charlie and Stacy. Hi.
I was just gonna say,
Been busy,
Chris,
sorry.
we're gonna get
Thanks.
back with you. Anytime they're closing a ride, the 3 of us have to
That was
do
fun.
what we did.
Yeah.
And try to do it again.
Except we had kidnapped Walt and Melissa with us too.
Yes.
Stacy, haven't tried the other marshmallow. Have you tried both marshmallows? What's up with that, huh? Slacking. What time is
Because
it?
the fire is not the best.
It is. All right, so we got another 10 minutes. We're good. So you can roast some marshmallow then. She didn't even make me any marshmallows. What's
You
up?
don't want it, Charlie. It doesn't even get brown, it just melts.
Well, you haven't tried this batch. Maybe the other one was a bad batch.
Fire.
I mean, just like Star Wars, the bad batch. So it was a fun night. I hope we don't have to repeat for a long time. No more closing. No kidding, huh?
I know.
It's it was a shame, and it was such a special night. And hopefully they see the numbers of the crowds, and they see, and maybe they'll keep the one open in California.
I mean, it
Yeah,
was
because they're thinking about
220
closing the one in
minutes, right?
California. If they keep it open, it'll be so much. There's no reason why they can't. Whatever, just leave it open.
Leading up to the end of the night, I think the last count was 165-minute wait.
At the end,
Before they cut it off, yeah.
like 11. Yeah, we waited quite a bit because it closed whatever at 10, right? I mean, it closed at 11, and we got on around 12:10,
Yep.
and yeah, so that was an hour and 10 minutes from the time it closed.
It was exciting because we didn't know when they were going to shut the line down. Because we were thinking maybe 9 o'clock.
Yeah, because we were thinking about, should we ride a couple more times, go through the queue a couple more times? Yeah, you guys, face full of smoke there, didn't you? And the wind is all changing and stuff.
Yeah,
But
it was
we
exciting.
definitely did not want to get locked out.
Right.
So
I'd
we
rather
wanted
wait.
to, so we were just hanging out, and plus we were having fun with Chris. And we were talking to people. Chris is a very engaging person, very friendly. So, we were talking to people as they passed by, and it was
I think
talking to cast members. It was fun.
I think we were able to experience the atmosphere and all the different people that came through. They
Sai says she's having a great day. It's already tomorrow there. She's sending it over to us. Great. Thank you.
and I think it made it even more magical. Oh, and then when we were in line at one point, a cast member gave us a water.
Yes, during the
That was
day. During the
early in
day,
morning,
that was during our live stream.
Yeah.
That was not early in the morning. We didn't get there till 1.
because he saw
Um,
how long the wait was.
But we were doing other things in the park too during the day. We did the train ride and whatnot. But yeah, while we were in the first queue during our first ride, cast member just gave us a free water. I don't know if it was because we were streaming or because maybe we looked sad and dopey, and he just thought we needed a water, and he gave us a water. So I think his name was Johnny, and yeah, it was very nice. He gave us a free water, which is at Disney that's like a $10.
No, but I think he wasn't just doing it to us. I think we saw him giving. They were trying to do magic, but they had the Italian ice and waters.
Yeah,
in
Cynthia,
the
that's
queue.
I understand what you're saying, Cynthia, but I think they're expanding past Tom Sawyer's Island and behind Thunder Mountain as well. So why couldn't they have put it back there, too? Maybe that's a thought, but obviously, what we think didn't matter. It makes more sense because the Aunt Polly's restaurant, which would be, yeah, it could have been, yeah, that makes sense too. Aunt Polly's could have been Tiana's restaurant, right? And they could have easily repurposed the Tom Sawyer's Island. I like Tom Sawyer's Island, but I know a lot of people could care less about it. But I would, if I had a choice of them repurposing Tom Sawyer's Island or Splash Mountain, I would have picked Tom Sawyer's Island, that they repurposed that, because since the beginning, since Splash Mountain started, it was my favorite ride. It was the perfect ride. It had a great storyline. It had great music. It was colorful. It had great animatronics. I mean, it wasn't super spectacular modern animatronics, but they were good. They fit what they were supposed to do. And it was a real ride. You were actually in a boat, in the water, going down falls, having fun, going through the story. And those are the perfect rides for me. I don't care much for the the screens and the projections and all that stuff. It's it's its own thing, which is great in some rides, but I'd rather have the real experience like Splash Mountain was. The perfect package. So that was one of my I love that. It was my favorite ride in Magic Kingdom. I'm gonna definitely miss it. Now I'm gonna have to pick a new one. Maybe Tron will fit it. Maybe Tron will be my new favorite ride in Magic Kingdom, right? Right, but what is it in Magic Kingdom? Haunted Mansion?
I really enjoy the people movement. It's relaxing.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
For nostalgia, yeah, it would be like Pirates and Haunted Mansion.
Kenneth's here. Welcome in, Kenneth.
Hey, Kenneth.
I'm sorry if I'm really far behind in the chats. Amy's was Splash Mountain was her rope drop ride.
7:40.
It's the first thing she went to in the morning. Just before they don't make it
I just don't
a
want
ton of
them
screens,
doing
right?
Screens. Or
Well, thank you, Cy, for stopping by. Winnie hugs back to you. But thank you for stopping in. We really appreciate it. Every time you jump in here, we realize you're over the pond and it's really late over there. So thank you for being here.
next year, if we go to UK, we're supposed to go see her for the Harry Potter stuff.
See, Cynthia's favorite was Splash Mountain as well. Kay Wilby's here. Look, no burnt lawn. You guys see the little thing I put safety bricks down there before we even bought that thing. It was nice. So no lawns catching on fire. We don't want this house to burn
It's
down.
not high enough to cook my marshmallow.
The fire's not.
Yeah.
Take the cap off. The thing's right there.
But the thing is it blows all over the place.
It's alright. It's not paper. Anyways, we're gonna be closing it up anyways, right? What time is it? We gotta hop on to into Chris's stream. What time is it?
7:41.
7:41. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Tina, Laura, and Jamie, thank you. But
You guys say hi to Auntie Karen,
hi Auntie Karen, if you're watching.
Mom and Dad, if you're watching.
But yeah, so that was a very exciting Splash Mountain last day. And we're so happy we went. So happy we went in there. And so happy we were able to do what we did. Those last moments were I'm gonna remember forever.
Yep.
And you can just still, yeah, you made imprints, memories in my brain of exactly some of those screenshots or mind shots, if you want to call them, of what things looked like. And it was amazing and so sad at the same time.
We haven't seen what it looks like. We've seen pictures,
Yeah.
videos, and it's. I don't know if I want to see it in real life.
Time for you to get a watch. I have a watch. I just can't see it. It's right here, and I can't see it. So I have a watch. If I miss some important comments, I'm sorry. The kitty cat's over there. You see Cece. It's our girl. Here, official timekeepers. All right, so we're going to be calling it a night. Thank you all for joining us for our fireside chat.
Yeah. So head over to the.
You can come over here.
Baker.
Come over here and talk with me. I can
DA
actually.
Dizney Baker.
What's the matter, buddy?
Yep.
Yeah,
we see you.
Look, you can see us. If we're not using Streamlabs, so it still won't flip the camera on Streamlabs. But anyways, thank you for joining us and listening to our my ramblings and ramblings and ramblings.
The experience.
It was super fun night. Hopefully the videos do a justice of everyone's videos. Go check out Chris's live streams. Go check out Melissa's live streams. And I think Jeff and Angela did some.
They did a nice
did
video
some-
too.
videos, and the Philly crew did some videos.
Yeah.
I know that Ron did. The Philly crew did a 4K in a few days before in the
That's
daytime
right. It
of
looks
the
good.
yeah. So check them out, and yeah, and we will see you next time. We have thumbnails up. If you guys want to check them out for when we're gonna be live next. If you don't mind hitting that like button and maybe hitting, if you're new, subscribe to the channel and
Yeah.
maybe hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one.
Yeah, so we got some lives coming up, and then we also have some of the Festival of the Arts crew vlogs as well coming up, and I'm gonna try to get Avery to do some stuff in the parks too.
Yeah,
So
and we gotta
hopefully
give
that'll
Avery a
be coming
haircut
up
soon too.
So
Anyways.
thanks everyone.
Don't forget to do your duty.
It's a big duty. Bye guys. Have a great night.
I'll see ya. I gotta make it look professional.